Well, welcome back to the Aquatic Center, everyone. And joining me in the booth from Great Britain, looks like number 10, Susie. How was the game?
It was really good. We just played our game this morning against the French, and all that the men's are off. We've actually made it forward against. We'll be playing New Zealand tomorrow.
Right, but this is the men's under-23 quarterfinal. New Zealand under-23 men versus Great Britain under-23 men's. How are the boys feeling, Susie? Have you had quick words to them?
I think, well, we're staying in the same hotel as both the Kiwis and our GB boys. So we got a call by the referee against New Zealand, against number 3. I think that's Louis, is that?
Yep, Louis Flavs.
Yeah.
How about we swap these around and make New Zealand be in front of you? I'll support the Great Britons, although I'll support both teams. I think this is an exciting match, 23, as we're underway.
And we've got GB going up the wall there. And we've got Joe Moss, the captain.
And the New Zealand have seemed to take it. It seems to be a bit of fisty fights on the wall here before we sort of see some relaxing in the game. The adrenaline's really pumping through these boys. This is where it really comes down. This is all that hard work they've been doing, Susie.
It seems to be the way, for, especially with the in the men's grade and getting more so in the women's, like the pure physicality of the game. And is that... Yep, GB successfully pulling it out, and we've got a call by the referees.
Yeah, I think the play was being called. So
and for obstruction against New Zealand again. So that's a advantage puck to GB. Players seem to have been hooking the puck underneath as well as obstructing.
Hey, good eye, Susie. You're catching on really quick under this visual screening. You picked that one before I even saw it. Hold on, I'll put my glasses on.
Oh, no. Call that. Oh, it seems to be called against GB. So, yep. Oh, my mistake, against GB. So we've got New Zealand taking the free puck.
Yeah, New Zealand sitting up with their one of their traditional structures to begin with. Everyone behind the puck, and the GB defense was pretty solid on there.
Yeah.
Moved to the middle of the pool, but they got to stream in, get behind as the referee sees something they don't like. Early in the game, I find, I don't know, you're the player. How do you feel the referee seemed to establish some consistency through it, or is it just consistently through the game, Susie?
I think that the referees, especially this tournament, been trying to make play like continuous and playing a lot of advantage and stuff, but obviously if it's getting a bit too heated, they do want to be stopping things and bringing things up, but they seem to be like letting it flow.
That's good to hear. This is a second versus 7th match. Great Britain won 3 of their 9 games, and the Kiwis only lost 1. Here we go.
Bring it over to the wall nearest to us.
Yeah, it's Great Britain's are put it on attach, but we're seem to be caught underneath the New Zealand bench. And the New Zealand's are defending well here. Numbers are on the bottom. There seem to be all surrounding.
Yeah, seems to be a lot of numbers down on both sides.
Yeah, but the GBs are in nice position, and they seem a bit calmer than the New Zealand.
Yeah.
New Zealand seem to be, trying to do that little extra far too early. I think they just need to relax a little bit, get into the mojo flowing.
Maybe the free puck against Great Britain will give them the chance to do just that. So here we go.
Yep.
And GB rushing the puck well there, but New Zealand maintaining possession.
Yeah, a nice flick, but then it got into a bit of a fisticuff there, and I think the referee saw something they didn't like.
And now it's against New Zealand. So
GBs.
This is GB a chance to potentially take it away from the New Zealand sub-bench and really open this game up a bit.
Yeah, I'd be hoping to see them trying to attack that 45, but the way they're setting up looks like they're just going to go straight down in the corner. And as on cue, the GB do that. I think that'll go against them because I've seen this New Zealand defense pretty strong in the corner, Susie.
I think, obviously, the corner is really much in the defence's favour because it does allow a few more seconds, whatever else. Very difficult for an attacking player to come in over the top, especially if it's being held there. But
yeah, especially when the walls
GB
are sitting
seems to be
there.
pushing it out, but then New Zealand are counteracting as well.
Yeah, I think the what I saw there, New Zealand was trying to bring it out of their defense, but the Great Britain aren't letting them anywhere near out of that.
And the referees have stopped play again.
What do you got, a stick
infringement against New Zealand. So this is a chance for GB really to be up in the goal, especially in the first third of this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing what the GB can do. You can see they send one person to the tray, 3 in front of them, someone wide in the corner. That looks like number 6 there, Martin John, who's sitting wide waiting for something. But unfortunately,
there's a counter-attack, but has been called up.
Yeah, looks
against
like
the Kiwis again. They really aren't seem to be having much luck at the moment.
No,
or
but
just the GB pressure is just forcing them to create some errors.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a knockdown. Was knocked as a lovely flick from the Great Britons, but is illegally knocked down. Obviously not intentional, or he'd be sitting on the side. But Great Britain ready to say. Oh, waiting for the buzzer. He swam in there and someone attacked right from the top. The New Zealanders right out in the corner
A lot of bodies
there.
on the bottom from both teams there.
Yeah, you're starting to see this. I don't know how you imagine it. Are you a defender or an attacker, Susie?
I'm an attacker. Oh, we've got another stoppage to play. And yet again, against the New Zealanders. They might be giving some warnings out soon.
Yeah, they might be. And pressure is constantly from the Great Britons here on New Zealand, the 7th place team. This is finals, and you see the Great Britain down on the bottom taking position in the goal. Ideal place to be, but the puck's got to get to him, Susie.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the winner of this game is the one who progressed with chances of medals, and the loser of this match they've got nothing really to lose, have they? Because they'll be out of medal contentions.
Yeah, that's absolutely. This is do or die situations in all these games, and we're 9 minutes to play in this first half, and
GB
it's
fighting it down the wall. At least a lot of it's on this wall, so we can see quite a lot of the gameplay.
Yes, they look like they like playing that middle channel there a lot. But as we say that, the New Zealand are very quick to move it on the 45, and they're driving quickly, open play, and look, unless there's a call from the referee,
they seem to be confirming.
Goal,
and is that number?
Goal. That's
4?
number. Yeah, I'm waiting for the numbers on it. I'm seeing number 9.
Yeah.
That's the traditional signal for
number 9.
Yeah,
Liam Robertson?
Yeah, that'd be Liam Robinson, number 9, and I'll send a runner out there to make sure the chief referee acknowledges the signal so we can actually see what's going on in that that situation.
And off we go again. So a strong strike by New Zealand there.
Yep.
But GB are turning them around.
Countered them and gone straight through the middle, Susie.
It does happen sometimes that when a quick goal's been scored straight away, the opposition does use it as a motivation to really fight back.
Yeah, and we got a few live chats going on. Michael Butterworth, come on, GB. They just scored. Jeremy Webster going, yay. Jake Hawkins, KU. And Eddie Grant there, go New Zealand. And Matthew Webster, New Zealand. As New Zealand are making another break into the Great Britain half, and Great Britain quick to pounce on that puck, but unfortunately
stopped by the referees for stick infringement against GB. So this will be New Zealand really using it as to get a quick second goal.
Yeah, and they're quickly set up there, and the referees are doing likewise. So I don't think you can take much subbing there, number 7 from GB. Dan, you better hustle back there while you're fixing that, or get out and sub. But as we speak, the referees are taking their time. They got it set.
So straight take.
Yeah, New Zealand take the puck and flooding in the defense line of the GB, but the back line's holding strop, hunting back there, waiting, dun, 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 and they're waiting. The New Zealand try to
cleared
pressure
out
through.
By GB.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 7,
Dan Parslow.
Dan, lucky he stayed in there. He's going to be able to clear the puck.
But we've got a second phase of attack by New Zealand up here. And GB consistently keep trying to push it to the walls, trying to take it to some form of safety. And we have
number 6, that looked like Martin John.
I think it might have been Joe Moss, number 2. Yeah, the captain just subbing out there.
Yep, good eyes. Your young eyes. You're doing really
and we
well.
got a nice breakaway swim here, but I think it's being contained by New Zealand.
Yeah, good strong effort down the wall. That looked like number 4, Rupert Ironside Smith. That's a very strong Nathan Smithy Ironside.
And we've got a call up by the referees here.
Yeah. Hey, this is an exciting match. End-to-end action.
Yeah.
No one's really...
Stick infringement against the Kiwis.
Yeah,
so it's fairly even, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. No real dominance yet. The end-to-end, spending time down there in one end, back to the other, and as the Great Britons line up to take their free puck. This time they're sending one. Yeah, one standing on his head. The other one, 2 standing on their head. The decoys are down. New Zealand don't fall for decoys, but they've let the puck come through the middle, but they've cleared it really well. Clearing it back
to the walls as well.
And it looks like number 10, Ben
Pavlov. Play's been stopped again by the referees.
Yeah.
And that is obstruction against the New Zealand boys again.
No, that's excessive hugging.
Nah. Barging or obstruction. We don't do hugging.
Oh, come on.
And this is really close to the New Zealand's goal line.
Yeah, and you can see number 4, Rupert Ironside, deep in the attack. He's got the puck through, slid it through underneath. Ooh, that was awful close, wasn't it, Susie?
Yeah. Yep. Just scraped across the edge of the trough there.
Yeah.
And we've got a counter-attack by the New Zealand boys.
Yeah, the New Zealand like taking it quick, straight faking going down the channel and go right through the middle, and they're all over top as the defense of the Great Britain team scrambles back in defense and set their line. And nice little move across, but I think the referees have seen something that they're not too happy about the New Zealand. Bit of elbowing warning on.
Warning for use of their free arm there.
Is that number 11?
Number 13.
Number 13, Clark Samuel, as the New Zealand coach.
Timeout is being called by the New Zealand boys.
Yeah, Matty Hart. He's had enough of this. He's got to settle the boys down because it is a bit scrambly on both sides. But I guess that's the pressure of this game, Susie. It's do or die, isn't it? And both coaches got to settle the teams down, get their breathing under control, and make sure they start playing their game plan to perfection, Susie.
That is the beauty of the playoffs, though. Anything can happen in the round robins, but then you bring it into playoffs and it's a completely different game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of playoffs. That's why I'm wearing my red cap, because it is crunch time and it's exciting time. And as the New Zealanders stay in their huddle there to make sure they all stay afloat, and Matt's sort of saying, the boys, I'm sure I can almost read his lips in the reflection of his players, and he's saying, boys, we're doing well, but we have to settle this. Make sure your passes come back-to-back passes and support each other. And I'm sure that's the same coming from Graham Fletcher down there, long-term campaigner of a number of worlds, and he's making sure the boys hear the instructions, get down a bit settled, and start looking at some linkages as it. I believe it was a GB free puck, Susie, as we left them.
I think so.
Yep, it is a GB free puck, and they sent a few of the handstanders down there for some decoys as the play resumes. But Kiwis
swimming out by the Kiwi boys just there.
Yep. Yeah, you're right there, and a big shout out. Loving the commentary from Dave Randall, Susie. You know him?
Yeah, he plays for Dunstable back at home, which actually Billy Sarsfield, number 5 of the GB boys, plays at the same club.
Yeah, that's. Thank you for joining us, by the way. I know you just came out of the pool and doing probably your cool down, had a bit of a shower, and then you come join us in the booth. It's very exciting to have you here. And Nick Sponsbrook, we hear you think, go New Zealand. Yeah. But New Zealand are under all the pressure. I see it's sort of fading. The time-wise, it's sort of been more in the New Zealand half than the Great Britain half, although they are behind 1-0.
Yeah, the territorial thing really hasn't displayed in the goals because obviously there's been a lot of play up in their half, but New Zealand have been very well of just keeping them out of the goal tin.
Yeah, were you in South Africa, Susie? As the Great Britons are pressuring that back wall extremely, aren't they?
No, I wasn't in the elite team. Just currently at the under-23 level, but I did hear lots of stories that there were some interesting matches between the GB and the Kiwis.
That's a very good choice of words. Interesting. And we have the battle of Titans. Yeah, we called it on the couch this morning, and I don't think Matty Hart he would let anything stop the New Zealand from putting on. But the Great Britain team is putting a lot of pressure. Hopefully this can last. We only have about 4 minutes left in the first half. They've been pressuring. They've had free pucks in front of the goals, and we see people swimming into the goal tray early, trying to get in position underneath the players as he takes the flick, and maybe he'll get another slidey one underneath him. But no.
Counter-attack by the New Zealand. Yeah. And the gameplay's been stopped again. Oh, also, apologies to Dave Randall. We have got number 9, Brandon Murray, who is also a Dunstable boy.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that. As Dave Randall is actually, yes, he is. He's on top of you there, Susie. He's helping us out here, and good for everyone on the live chat as the Brits get another right in the middle of the tray.
Oh yeah, it's so close.
It is right at the top of the 5 meter there.
And have New Zealand swum them out again?
Looks like they've cleared it to the far side of the pool, and we'll have to get on the pool quality because it is a bit foggy. How was it playing? Was it good quality all around?
It was nice. Obviously, we were slightly early. We were about 11:10 this morning, so it may have been a bit clearer from then and just fogged up during the day.
No, Susie, it's been about this all day, so it's sort of holding its own. It could be because of the sun or a bit of the chlorine mix, but I'm sure the Aquatic Center here has been very helpful. We'll get on top of it so we can tidy it up tonight as New Zealand are being absolutely pressured.
We've got a call by the referees here, illegally stopping the puck and against New Zealand again. These boys have got a hard lot of defense on them for the majority of this half.
I totally agree, though. 10 minutes at least has been in here, and then the other scrappy little 3 or 4 minutes have rushed in to score a goal. But here come the New Zealand defense. They decided to change some fresh players in there on the far side because it's not so easy to substitute from that side, nor would a coach probably
GB lot must be getting really frustrated the amount of free pucks they've been having on the tin. And they've taken it off to the other wall now, see if they get any luck down there.
How did you find the sub-bench location, Susie? It'd be interesting in your comment when we get a moment because in attack, you're a long way away from the sub-bench and even breaks because they start so fast.
We have legally stopping the puck by
Yeah.
A New Zealand player again.
Yep.
Is
He's
that
pointing
number
at,
13?
well, I don't know. It looks like a 13 or a 10.
10. Number 10.
Yeah, that'll be Ben Parvolo-Smith. But
And against the Kiwis yet again.
yeah, and it's the numbers of fouls are mounting up. The Kiwis got to watch themselves, or they'll be, coming over here doing the penguin walk into the sea.
And again, we've got another call. Ref's timeout.
Yeah, sort of seeing what's going on. I think they're probably talking about the flick.
Yeah,
on
and
that
unsportsmanlike conduct by
number 2.
number 2, Joe Moss, our captain, and being pushed back. And is he being asked to sit in the sin bin? He's
no, he's heading that way.
Yeah.
And we're seeing number 2, Joe Moss is going to have doing his little penguin walk. He's going back. Not as good as if he had the nagees on, but he's sitting down, middle of the chair, taking the captain's prowess overviewing. But I'm sure he's disappointed by that call. But, hey, that's what happens when there's lots of numbers on the pool. And the
so
Kiwis
is this
are
where the
capitalizing,
Kiwis capitalise with the 6 men versus 5?
Have you had many kickouts yourself in your team, Susie?
Yes.
Okay, wait, I'm not saying this because one of the things we've noticed in the round robins, which is totally different in the final so far today, is that when a team is down, they get pummeled. But in the round robin, when they were down, they should have lifted and actually made more attacking plays.
We actually ended our game against Australia with 3 people in the pool. So that was 3 versus 4, I think it may have been.
Wow.
And we've got GB taking the free puck here and then taking it to the wall again. Even with 5 players, they seem to be on the aggressive.
So in your formation, is it different from the under-23 boys? Do you still play what I think it was described as a 3-3 type formation, or what do you play there?
We can't really tell you that, but it's just a lot of swimming and a lot of very attacking formation.
Yeah. Don't want to share any secrets, do you?
Not till it's all over.
No, I meant your team. I was asking about your team.
Still can't tell any secrets, I'm afraid.
Okay.
And this is against the GB boys, so this will be a chance for the Kiwis to use this free puck and really make a difference here.
Yep, very spread
Oh,
defense.
it's in 2 seconds. Now it is just called time.
Yeah, we
So
got.
that is a much closer first half than it was when they played in the round robin, because I think it was something like maybe 12-1, 12-0 or something. In the round robin, I think.
Do you know what day they were played on?
They played yesterday, I think.
Yesterday, so that was. So let's check the boys here. We got New Zealand versus Turkey. Is that Tuesday? That's Monday, Tuesday. I don't have Wednesdays. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, we don't have Wednesdays.
We don't Wednesday. That's interesting. I had it here this morning, but obviously someone's gone walkabout with it. But you reckon it was about 12-0?
I think so. So what do you reckon that the coaches will be telling to the players at halftime then with a 1-0 score?
If I was Matty Hart, I'd be saying, "Boys, come on! They're pressuring us here. We gotta get on the front foot. You can only defend for so long before they start peppering the goal. Well, they've been peppering the goal tray for the last at least 12 minutes, as you said earlier. But he'll be just trying to say, guys, we got to play smart, get your numbers down on the bottom. What about the GB side? What do you usually get from your coach at this point?
I think it's just very much like depending on how the game's going. I mean, they're 1-0, but they spent the majority of the time in the New Zealand half, so it's going to be very frustrating for them. But it's just like, you've just got to convert, boys. And we've got on the chat, Susie, thoughts on New Zealand number 2, Hamish Arthur. Well, I think he's not actually playing. I think he's sitting out this one, Hamish. So I reckon he's doing a pretty good job of being a water boy.
That's a bit harsh. Hey, everyone's enjoying all that. Sam, Jake, Tristan, Jamie, Dave. It's that Pigman MG Glory. If you're enjoying that stream and you haven't gone to our GoFundMe.com Hobart site, I know there's been about 61 people champing in there. Plenty of support here at the pool for both teams. I see, probably about 4 or 5 stand, and there's a giraffe. Is that a GP
we've got
giraffe?
we've got the GB under 23 girls there off with inflatables.
Oh, lovely to see
Show
you
the
guys.
support.
You guys got the inflatable crown. You
We
guys
do.
just do it.
We
Do it
really
for us.
do.
The New Zealand's there. Got some signs there. Go Benny. And New Zealand crowd looking a bit quiet for a New Zealand crowd. As,
Maybe it's not the result they're expecting so far. Maybe there'll be more to chat about in the second half.
We got a second half to go, and as we see Graham Fletcher talking to his boy, his individual boy, and that must be the captain. Is that the captain? Is that Joe?
Yeah, that's Joe Moss, and it's great to have Graham Fletcher on there with that guy with such a level of experience, because he's one of the elite players as well. So it's really nice to see him like develop the under-23 boys and to progress the sport further.
Absolutely, and I remember Graham in a number of contests and a number of tournaments. He's a lovely chap, and yeah, you're right, full of experience. So he'll be passing that on to the boys to sort of zen that into them. Then they go. I was 10-1. Thanks, Michael, for that. Thank you for doing 10-1. Jeez, and this is finals hockey, and this is what we all come for. We'll play round robins, but finals is where it all happens. Yeah, it's do or die here. Whoever wins this progresses. The other people out the back door. I don't know. They maybe have another game. Do you have another game, Susie?
Yeah, we have game tomorrow against New Zealand at 5 p.m. Our fourth semi.
Right. Okay. Good luck in that one. But as the game's recommenced on the game and it's gone over to the far side, it is a bit foggy on that far side. We can't exactly see what happens, but what we can see is they're highly contestable. The New Zealand's mounting a bit of a pressure attack to see if they can actually turn the scoreboard around or add to their scoreboard. And the Great Britons are looking to find. I think the Great Britons need to recalibrate their attack. They seem to attack about a quarter of the tray. They need to start opening that tray up to help spread the back line of the New Zealand team, Susie.
Yeah, and we've had a call by the referees here. Oh, no, my mistake. That's in the other pool. We've got a counter-attack by the New Zealand, taking it down that side wall there.
Yeah, I'd say that's is that counter by New Zealand? Yeah, it is. As the Great Britain of attacking back line is trying to steal the puck off New Zealand, as we're seeing the New Zealand's trying to mount some sort of attack onto the Great Britons, and gee, that looked like Joe going down for a monumentous effort.
So GB are back up to 6 players then, so it's 6v6.
Yep, 6-on-6, and that's probably why we saw the shift. The New Zealanders making a bit of a concerted effort in the GB. No, it was obviously the other way around, wasn't it, Susie? New Zealand was making a concerted effort because GB was down, and now we're back. We're going
we're on the GB GB on the hard defense at the moment.
Yeah. So GB with 5, we're making inroads into the New Zealand 6. And
and have we got a call by the referees? So they're just confirming, and that is a goal. And who scored that one?
Yep, the other two have made the call, but we're looking to the bench because we got the communications going. Yeah, we've got number 6 for New Zealand, and that was Dylan Booth who popped that goal in New Zealand. 2-0. Boy, I didn't see that one coming because looks like GB had the upper hand, but obviously the New Zealand just turned it around very quickly, Susie.
Yeah, I guess whatever what the chat at half-time was really inspired them, although slightly on the back foot against 5. Oh, and here we got it.
Now, it looked like a bit of a nice little move by the center, but then GB regrouped it for at halftime and taking it over to the side. Unfortunately, they're playing for that channel. I think the Brits...
and the refs are playing advantage here. So is that advantage in favour of the Kiwis?
I would say so because they seem to have the puck, but as the play calls, no, maybe it's the other way around.
Yeah, and the Kiwis are driving it down into the GB's defence.
Yeah, I think it's been wiped, the advantage, because they're actually still making the move.
Yeah.
Can't see the referee making
taking
it
to the wall.
Yeah. Yep, no, so that advantage was wiped.
And they've just had their pockets picked by the New Zealand boys who are just driving it across into the centre of the pool there.
Do you have pockets in your bathers?
Oh, always.
Very classic, and we got a referee call here against the Kiwis. So
someone's being singled out?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a warning on that. I didn't see what the actual call was, but Great Britain will get the puck and be able to mount some sort of attack into this thing. I think they've got to start becoming a bit creative here. The New Zealand seem to be all over them at the moment, but
they're backing themselves to take it to the wall.
Yeah.
And from there, they'll seem to mount their attack. And we've got advantage being played by the referees at the moment.
Yep.
There's 3 GB boys on one of the Kiwis.
Yeah, and I think it was a Great Britain foul, I'm afraid. He's pointing at someone.
Oh. Stick infringement.
1 minute. Or is that a warning? No, he's
warning.
pointing at a New Zealand. Warning. Yep.
So GB will happily take that.
Yeah, absolutely. We got another warning from the referee. I think she was just mimicking the other referee to ensure that the players were paying attention, and Matt Hart, the coach, saw that. So the boys, Great Britain, get another move marching down the pool, and they get another opportunity. It looks like number 6, Martin John, going to take this free puck. Is he angling?
No, I think he's just there to get in the way of the New Zealand boys. Just
all right,
there.
well,
Disturb
after all that
line.
discussion, number 10, Bev Pavlo-Smoth, has been sent to the bin. I'll call that the sin bin. It's not as opposed to the goal bin as games game's underway. And it looked like
a lot of numbers on the bottom with there.
Absolutely, and Great Britain seemed to take it back into the melee. I thought they would open it up there as number 6 there rotates. Martin John this time is rotating in position. He's another one who's down there.
Yeah.
He's always on the bottom, Susie.
Yeah, Martin's a very fit lad, bless him.
Yeah.
He trains up in Orkney with David Bruce on the boys' team here, and Danielle Ritchie and Maddie Walker on the under-23 women's team.
Yeah, and we're seeing the New Zealanders trying to rip it off, but the Great Britain defense is cycling it back to where they like it and where they want it for this game.
Under the opposition subspin, which is an interesting idea, but it's working for them.
Yeah, well, I sort of have to disagree with you because the goal's that way and over that way, and they're actually going along the back.
This is
now,
true.
They have to come up with something different attack because it's 10 minutes left to go in this game.
Yeah,
and they're 2 goals behind, so they got to start pulling the rabbit out of the hat.
10 minutes is a long time when you're in the water, though.
Absolutely, but they're if they
we've got Joe Moss here and pass off over.
If they continue with this sort of constant same thing, I think
Joe Moss is being penalised for gloving and stick infringement.
Yeah,
both.
At the same time, he's talented lad. That captain of yours, he's talented.
Oh, he is indeed.
Yeah. As New Zealand will get an opportunity in their traditional zebra snorkels.
Do you reckon they'll be trying to open up the game, or will they take it back to the wall? They seem to want the wall as well.
Yeah, but we're at halfway. New Zealand traditionally goes about halfway,
cool.
and then they start the 45.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, he must have flicked that straight at an opposition, but I don't know if he hit anyone. It was sort of knocked down and by me a body stop.
Just maybe
10.
Don't do that again.
Neil Roberts. Well, I can see Matt Hart took his. No, it was Ben Pavlos. But Matt Hart took his mask off and went, "Stop doing that."
And we got the puck taken by Tom Burgess there, taking it down the wall. And there's a lot of bodies on the bottom there, which is really positive for both teams.
Yep. And then we got trying to rip it off, but here comes another one. That's number 5. That was Billy Shipper there trying to sniff it up, and he's flipped it up forward to the Britons are making a lovely tack down the wall. But, guys, and it was taken off, unfortunately, by number 2, Hamish. No, Hamish wasn't playing today. That must have been 11. Must have been Joel Samuel. And
we got a call again.
Yeah.
Right in that corner. There doesn't seem to be much space there, especially with the amount of boys that are piling in there.
Yep. I don't know what that signal is. That looks like I got a sore wrist. No, is that gloving?
Might have been. But it's against the Kiwis, so it's back in their corner.
Yeah, look at Andrew. I have no idea why buckets are sitting out. But we'll see as the Great Britain's it looked like a timeout was been called. Yeah, we got a timeout call for GB. Wow. This is this is a quarterfinal match, and it's as it was sort of designed and action. And look, I mean, I'm looking at the standings here. This Great Britain team was sitting down in 7th, playing the second-ranked team. They've only been beaten by New Zealand. By the the New Zealanders, but it's even Stevens here.
It's made for a really exciting gameplay. Like a lot of down the wall, a lot of physicality, but both teams seem to be holding their own. Although what probably Graham Fletcher might be saying to the lads is we've had a lot of free pucks in front of the goal, and so therefore if we can convert this one, it'd be lovely.
yeah, absolutely. And that's the sort of thing I was indicating before about some, they got to take a bit of risk. They got to go a bit of variety here and attack the center of the tray rather than the last third of the tray. They seem to be aiming for that end corner of the tray and ending up in the corner. I think they got to sort of aim for that middle of the tray.
And we've got a swim across to the centre of the pool there.
That's what I expect to see. This is going to score goals.
It's almost as if they can hear you.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
successfully cleared by the Kiwis.
Yeah, that wasn't shut down by your attacking forward there. He let him sneak out there far too easy. He's got to lift his game if he wants to stop that. As the Kiwis only got it as far as their sub bench, and that's where it stays. Yeah, I agree with you, Matt Wills. He's, I'm sure Fletch has been in there giving the inspiration and words he can, but look, tied up in the corner here, the Great Britain's got to take something, got to take a stance and try and rip it out of there, as the Kiwis will be pretty happy, sort of defending it in the corner for the remaining 7. Oh, they surely wouldn't do it for 7 minutes, but until they can get organized and mount another offensive.
Yeah.
As we see the Great Britain recycling in, and the same happening with the New Zealand recycling from everywhere, trying to rip it off. It's slowly moving, inching to the goal tray, but it comes back, inches back. But looks like the New Zealand trying to mount something as the Great Britain player was waiting for that and slid it out. And we've got some, Kiwis.
break there, but you seem to have some of the GB defence on him.
Yeah.
But they seem to just be tracking the swim as he's making quite a way down the pool there.
It has, as the New Zealand's a mounting attack through the middle of the pool, and let's see the defence. Yeah, the defence is trying to shuffle them into the corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
end-to-end action.
Well, he shouldn't have left him there. Number 4, Rupert, needed to follow that guy, mate, because the puck is right on the goal tray.
Right on the edge there.
Yeah. And looks like we've got a signal 1. Oh, we've got signals here. Now he's pointing
Single
at
number 3, illegally stopping the puck.
Penalty.
And a penalty. So that is 3 would be David Bruce from GB.
Yeah.
And he's out for 1 minute. So this is
and that's a penalty shot. And let's see who's likely to take the penalty. No, it's number 3. Who will be taking? David's gone to sit down. He's plunking his butt down there and doing a little bit of stumble walk.
We have
It looks like
Billy Sarsfield, I think.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I see
number 5. Number 5 for GB, Billy Sarsfield. So
number
he'll be
12, Nick
penalty.
Henley, and number 9, Liam Robinson are going to be taking it. But I think a timeout's been called by the Great Britain team or referees. Oh, the referees are going to have a chat. Maybe they didn't agree, and they're going to go agree and disagree. And they've been pretty good this tournament by making the decisions pretty quick and resolving it and getting on with it. But it looks like, what have we got?
Not keeping the players waiting too long.
No. The time's back on. It's a 2-on-1. Let's see how they're setting up side by side. Underwater, we see it. He threw the player forward well early, and he's flicked it in, and it's straight in the tray. I'm afraid, unless there's something they saw that they didn't. We got a goal. We got 2 goals, 3 goals.
Penalty goal.
Penalty goal, and at number 12, that'll be Nick Healy, who popped that one in. It was interesting. Did you notice how they took that? They sort of waited until Nick or someone waited to his teammate slid in behind the defender and then took the free because the Great Britain player had to keep his hand on the wall until he touched the puck.
But there is more than one way to take a penalty.
There is. Oh, there absolutely. There's many ways, as long as it goes in the tray. Yeah. And already today, we saw a great defending of a free puck, and I think was it in your game?
Might not have been our game. It might be in our under-19 girls.
Under-19 girls.
And here we got the off again, and the New Zealand team have taken it strongly and are progressing down again. Probably keen to expand on their lead there.
Absolutely. Sorry, who did you play this afternoon?
I played France.
You played France.
I'm an under-23.
Yeah, I know you're under-23, but I thought you said you actually played a different team today. But no, I thought it was the French. No, we play New Zealand tomorrow. Yeah, it's New Zealand tomorrow. But I thought you did say you actually played another team in the rankings. But no. I misheard. I understood you're an under-23s, and again, thank you for joining us, taking the time. I know it takes the time away from from your team and sort of your recovery activities. But I'm sure you'd have been at the pool anyways, cheering on the boys.
The rest of my team are out in the stands there supporting.
Are they? Oh, yeah, they're the ones with the giraffe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And we got a free puck by the...
Where's that? Yeah. And let me ask a question while we see the Great Britain's trying to mount something. They better get their skates on because they're 3 goals down, Susie. Tell me, what is your water bottle? You had the life raft today?
Yes, we did have the life raft.
Yeah. So how come the rest of the team just totally disrespect the water bottles by having just stolen milk crates?
I don't know. I guess it's easier from taking it from end to end, especially at half time, because you can just drag it along and it floats along the bottom, the top of the surface. I guess it's more practicality than just being special.
No, I think you're talking about the life raft. I'm talking about why other teams just disrespect the water bottles by having cheap, stolen.
I wouldn't be able to tell you that. You'd have to get more people into interview.
All right. Okay. Well, I did challenge. I think a couple of the Kiwi girls to actually sort of start lifting the games of the Kiwis. But
and we got a free puck by the Kiwi boys there.
Absolutely.
And you didn't down?
Yeah, we had one player, I think it was number 5, or number 9. Maybe number 5, Nick Hudson, sitting a little off the side, and the Kiwis were right behind the play, and they drove it. But the Great Britain defense solid again and trying to drive it. But they're taking it to their favorite side by the looks of it. Do they favor a left or a right, Susie, in your team?
I don't know, because it depends on if you've got left or right-handed players, I guess, because obviously the chance of gloving on either side.
Absolutely.
And that is gloving just there against the New Zealand boys.
So do you have lefties in your team?
I should probably know this. I don't think we do on our team.
You're obviously not a lefty, or you would have jumped. Yeah, absolutely.
My little brother's on the under-19s, and he's left-handed, but I think he's the only one.
No, right, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I try to pick a number of lefties in the Australian team as long as they're good enough to keep up. But it does give you some advantages and disadvantages. while we play, and we still got 4 minutes left to go in this game as New Zealand still leave 3-0 and 3-0. And I'm sure you would have liked me if I had said 3-0, but it's not, I'm afraid. You have a goose egg down there still.
This is true. The boys are doing so well, though. I really don't think that the scores reflected the really territory of the game because, yet again, they're down in the New Zealand corner.
Yeah, not at all. It's 70-30, I'd put it at this stage.
And players been stopped there by the referees.
Yep.
And, who's he selecting?
Yeah, he's
they're looking for a throw out.
Yeah, number 9 has been picked out from New Zealand. Number 9, Liam Robinson, is going to have to sit down, and this will give the Great Britain's a huge opportunity.
Yeah,
and he's got to get
the captain as well. So we'll see what they do without him.
Yeah. Well, he's got to get his butt in the chair because the time doesn't start until your butt goes in the chair. He does his little penguin walk, and there he goes. Time will start, and. Another timeout's called, and this must be the last one of the half, as I'm not sure who called that, New Zealand or Great Britain.
I think it must have been New Zealand because I think Great Britain already had theirs.
Yeah, I think Graham fixed it as Joe goes over and have a chat to the referees, and I don't know. I think it's always a waste of time, although it puts a bit of doubt. What's your view on talking to? Can you? No, you haven't got a C on your arm. You only got a 10.
I am a qualified referee, though.
Yeah, all our players are too, but that's a huge bruise, Susie. You're marking here. How'd you get that one? It just happened.
It's a non-contact sport, right? But people just get friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a basketball. That's why I say it's a hugging foul, not a shepherding or things.
No. So we'll see if the GB boys can capitalise on this, especially with the New Zealand boys with 5 in the water. Will there be any room on the tin?
Everyone's on the bottom, and off we go again.
Yeah, with 3 minutes to go, it really is like.
Yeah, well, you can get 3 goals. That's not impossible.
We've got a counter-attack, a breakaway there by the New Zealand boys there.
It's 2 on none, I'm afraid, and not the GB's hardened really hard.
And
there's just
but
nobody
it looks like it'll be
a
great swim there. Brilliant.
Yeah, and the referees were right there all the way.
Is that
and
by
obviously,
number 11?
Yeah, I'm seeing number 11, Joel Samuels, and he's Mr. Speedster. But, I got to respect the Great Britain on that free puck because they actually they had to risk it in by pushing everyone in, and that's what happens. You do that risk, you get caught out sometimes, but you got to do it because they were 3 goals down, now 4, but you got to throw caution to the wind and throw it out there, Susie.
True, yeah. But it was also really nice that you had the 2 of the New Zealand players striking out together on that breakaway. Sometimes the breakaways, it's a bit lonely out there.
Is it? You have many breakaways, do you?
Our vice captain, Alyssa Oates, is known for it. She's scored a cracker of one today.
And why don't you keep up with her?
Supporting from the surface.
Good on you.
And we got a lovely flick there. Ben GB is still trying on the attack, but New Zealand seems to be swinging it around.
It was in lovely shape, but it was actually to no one.
True. But
yeah, it was picked up by the New Zealand, gobbled up, and that was the connectivity I was talking about earlier. I think if your boys when they mount their attack, they're going in numbers, but they're actually not giving it to each other. They're just throwing it into open space. You can't do that against a well-drilled oil team like the New Zealand as they're trying to threaten the goal. And I think another one's gone in, Susie, as we're babbling on about that attacks. And I can see Joe. He's very disappointed.
And
that
gets number 5, so that is Nick Houston.
Yep, Nick Hitchin. He's put in the 5th goal as number 5.
And with the 90 seconds to go and stuff, basically the GB boys are playing for pride at the moment. They've played so well, and it's such a shame for them, but they'd love to get a goal. Or 2, you never know.
Or 5.
5
minute 20?
5 in a minute 20. How long does it take you to swim the length of the pool?
30 seconds you're allowed. Yeah, so you're out by 2. Out by 2. But hey, I agree with you, Susie. This game has been a tremendous game. Unfortunately, the score doesn't reflect how well the Great Britain team played and pressured the New Zealand team. But they're not giving up. They're still chasing the puck and trying to put it in for a minute to go.
Referees stop and play again for barging. And a caution to...
Yeah, he's looking, hunting. Dun, 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 dun,
I think that might be number 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Rob. I think Robbie's given up on that, trying to find the player, just giving a general call. So he knows it's about 10, 20 seconds to go.
Yep, and free puck by New Zealand, and they're still driving forwards. They're not leaving up.
Great Britain is... cleared the puck on the end, but you can see the New Zealand defense is sort of shadowing him across. And, I'm sorry, Martin, that wasn't a very good pass. You need to hold on to the puck, mate.
We got them.
Yeah, waiting for his support to come down. Where are you, boys? Come on. Here they come. New Zealand's recycled it out to the middle of the pool.
Into the middle.
and they're going to have another go at it.
Australia. It looks like the Colombians maybe getting a little bit frustrated and just pushing too hard after the
Yep.
penalty goal. Excellent.
So really, with
Typical.
13 seconds to
Yeah.
go, GB are just trying to be holding them out then and just prevent that sixth goal.
Yeah, I guess that's it. But you know, it's sort of the end of a campaign for the boys. They'll commiserate, lick their wounds, and get ready for some of the games tomorrow.
And that
for,
is time.
That's time, Susie. And we have a final wrap-up here in no overtime. New Zealand in white scored 5 goals and no answer for the Great Britons. They scored 0. It was a fantastic match, and I really enjoyed your company in here.
Thank you.
And good luck for tomorrow's game.
Thank you very much.
And enjoy it. Can I ask you one last question before you head out? Maybe we can try to catch some of the boys if we have enough time. We got about 4 minutes. Are you interested in going out and interview some of the boys?
I think I might leave that to you. You seem a bit more expertise in that.
Oh, Susie. No, I think you got lots of talent, and you should look for it. Hey, all these rings, lovely rings you have on your wing, do you wear them under your glove, or do you take them off?
No, no jewelry when playing the game. Safety first.
Absolutely. Well done. And best of luck tomorrow. I'm going to go try and see if any of the boys want to chat.
Thank you very much.
So not only has Santiago number 7 for Colombia there, Santiago Morales, aka Mora, scored the 3rd goal for the Colombian team here, but it's also his birthday today, so he'll be very happy with that. What an amazing birthday present for that young athlete there. As Colombia go 3-0 up with 9.5 minutes remaining in this game. Quickly on the chat there, Lee Marie Stinson tuning in, and a big heartfelt hello Lee, and thank you very much for all the amazing artistic work you've put into the awesome logo of this competition. You can see it on the left-hand side of your screen as you watch there, ladies and gents. The 2 eels wrapped around the white and black.
Dave Lambert here on the deck.
So
Maddie's got the camera
please tell Lee
This
just how
isn't
amazing
the
that logo
coach's
is.
lounge room area, guys.
Awesome. You
Come
can see,
Go find your own lounges. Talking tactics down here, referees. I'm going to try and grab either some of the New Zealand players or one of the GB players who want to come up and have a chat. Looks like Joe Moss, the captain, he's going to sign the sheet, and maybe he'll come over. We'll see if any of the New Zealand boys want to have a bit of a chat over with us. An exciting game. New Zealand triumphs over the Great Britain team 5-0. But I tell you what, there's some real hot action going in the far court as Australia is way behind, 3 goals down in the other court. Looks like Mr. Hart's going to join us here. I might ask him to get rid of the yellow. No, I can't ask him to get rid of the cap. It's got a fitting inside. Yeah, congratulations, mate. Yeah, hard tussle in the first half. You guys were under a lot of pressure, but the boys held strong. It must have been some of those inspirational words that you made.
I don't know. They did really well. Obviously, there's a bit of history with the Kiwis and Stellenbosch against the GBs in the quarterfinal, and we talked about that. We knew they were going to come out hard, and they did. The GBs played a really, really good game. We just managed to just keep some numbers down there, and when those breaks happened, they really counted. So, no, I'm really proud of these guys for really digging deep in that second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting you did mention the game. We talked about it on the coach, and we figured you would. Just get it out there in the air. You want to say hi to your crowd out there? They were there supporting.
Yeah, I would like to say big congratulations to all the supporters. Thanks very much for being there for us, and especially my number 1, 2, and 3 supporter, or 4 actually I've got now. My wife, Emma, my boy Alex, Clementine, and our new one, Remington. Thanks for watching. I know you're watching, and I miss you guys, but thanks for letting me be here because I fucking love the sport. Oh.
Hey, that's okay. I think we all do that. Hey, I'll let you go join the boys in there, cool down. Good luck for tomorrow's games.
Cool. Thanks.
Cheers, mate.
So here we go, guys. We're down to the last 6.5 minutes of this game. The Colombians really asserting their dominance as they go on another attacking drive. The Australian defenders in good position to defend this one as they take it out to the far side with a nice couple of flicks. The Colombians very good to get on that.
Now, I think we're going to have to wrap it there. Got 2 minutes. We'll see if I can get anyone, the Brits boys. Now, they seem to be heated in discussion over there. I think we'll just cut it there.